Several years ago, a woman entered my life who was 2 decades ahead of me, and our lives overlapped in jobs and in ministry and in family, and she did an amazing job of leading me with her experiences in life. And through that relationship, I can remember early on feeling sometimes some walls going up sometimes, wondering, are these boundaries that are being crossed? But she just genuinely wanted to pour into my life. And at one point in time in this relationship, she bought me a coat. And I want to show you that coat. And when she bought me this coat, she said to me, "Pam, I found a coat that looks just like you." And even I thought to myself, well, what if I don't like it? But the fact that she said that it reminded her of me made me like it right away. And at one point we were working together on a large project, and she turned to me and she said, "Pam, I am pouring parts of my life and my skill set into you because I want you to surpass me." Who says that to another woman? I remember thinking, that is the most unusual thing I've ever had anyone say to me. Who says to another woman, "I want you to surpass me"? Only a woman who understands and ingests the love of Jesus Christ. Only a woman who understands the death and life and resurrection of Christ. Who in our culture says to the women around them, "I want to pour myself into you so that you can do better things than I'm doing"? I believe that that's a woman who understands and receives the root and love of God the Father. And I believe that's what I'm after in this new movement with women, that we would be that kind of pouring our lives into someone so they can go beyond us. In 1 Kings chapter 19, there's a story of the prophet Elijah. And Elijah decides and chooses to pour himself into his protege Elisha. And this particular day, he finds Elisha working in the field, plowing a field. He didn't find him doing ministry work. He didn't find him praying in a synagogue. He found him working in a field. He went up to him and he put his coat over him. In essence, he was putting his mantle upon him. He was saying, "I'm choosing you. I'm pouring my ministry skills, my life skills into you. Follow me. Come with me." And Elisha didn't even bat an eye. He said, "Absolutely," with great joy. He went and said goodbye to his mom and dad, and then he followed into Elijah's steps. When I think about this relationship, it reminds me of my own that I shared with this woman who was a couple decades ahead of me. It wasn't as if this relationship was all about me, pouring everything into Pam so she can become a rock star. The point of the relationship is that it becomes reciprocal. There were times in my relationship with this woman where I was able to minister to her needs, to give to her, to love her. And I think it's exactly what happened when we study Elijah and Elisha. We realized that as their relationship went on, there were times when Elisha ministered to Elijah just as much as Elijah was ministering to Elisha. Isn't that how it is with our relationship with God? He chose us. He loved us first. And then it's our job to respond with that same kind of love. He doesn't always want to be the one initiating. He loves our initiative. And that's what I see for this new movement as we enter into women's lives, that we can choose them. We have the gift and the freedom as Christians to choose certain women to pour ourselves into, to say, "I'm going to give to you some of all that God's given to me, the skills, the training, the experiences, so that you can surpass me." That sounds a lot like the love of God. My question to you and to me is, do we have the kind of heart that is willing to pour ourselves in to the women who are closest to us so that they can surpass us? And if you are the younger woman, do you have the kind of heart, do I have the kind of heart that says, yes, I say yes to being poured into, to receiving from you?